All right, yeah, let's go. Ready?
Yeah, we are going.
Is it on?
Yeah. He said, all right, let's go. He's all about business. You really excited to talk about this. Katie and Kyrie?
No, I'm excited to drive home.
We're talking about Katie. You talking about Katie and Kyrie?
Yeah, of course. I got Katie
All
and
right,
Kyrie.
so Katie and Kyrie. So before we get started, we just want you to know we're going to talk about Kevin Durant, Durantula, or as he calls himself, the servant. Pathetic. Yeah. Or Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew.
The Prince.
I'm Brandon. I also hate Pitt.
I'm Jeremy at JMV.
And we have opinions about this. One of the biggest things for us, more than anything else, is that people felt so strongly when Kevin Durant decided that he was going to go to the Golden State Warriors. People said, you're going to the best team, a team that was within minutes of winning another title, back-to-back titles against LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. And they beat you. You were up 3-1, and they came back and they beat you. Why would you join them? So everybody was so upset, so much vitriol, so much hate because he went to what they would call a winning team, a team that was almost guaranteed to win a title. But now we see a year later, Kyrie Irving's requesting a trade from Cleveland, a team that is almost guaranteed to go back.
Been there two years in a row. Won one of them.
3 years in a row. Wait, 2 years in a row.
No, 3 years in a row. You're right.
3 years in a row. That's right.
Golden State. That's right.
That's right. 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row, pretty much guaranteed to go back again in the East. And Kyrie says, I want out. And people lose their mind like, what's wrong with Kyrie? What's he thinking? And our response to all of that is, wait a minute. 1 minute, you want the guy to not be on a guaranteed championship team. The next minute, you're like, okay, you're with a ready-made championship team. Why would you want to leave? So what is with the hate? What do you think it is?
For me, you know what? I kind of went the whole, like, as you were saying that, I thought in my mind, and as you continue talking, I had a whole different feeling that doesn't necessarily go in the direction that the question is.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you talk about the question.
My biggest thing, what I was asking you is, why do you think the media and why do you think so many fans are mad at Kyrie the same way they were mad at Kevin Durant when they're doing two different things? And my opinion on that is something that Colin Cowherd often says, and I always like Colin Cowherd because of how good he is at what he does. But that doesn't mean I agree with all the things that he says. Oftentimes, people will consider him a troll or a person who just spits out hot takes. But one of the things he often said is that people don't like these young athletes having the ability to decide what they do, when they do it, and where they do it. Not financially, not when it comes to business, and certainly not when it comes to teams. So it's less about what decision they're actually making and more about the fact that they have the option to actually make that decision. Guess I'm on your eyelid. No, it's all right. There you go.
Oh.
No, you're good. Now it's on your cheek. On your cheek. No, sorry.
Let me know, fellas.
No.
Ladies.
Let me see. Look. Right here.
Thank you.
Got it.
You want me to cut this?
No,
it's good.
All right.
So it's less about what decision they actually make. It's more about the fact that they have the autonomy to make the decision. And people don't like that. Because most people at their jobs at UPS or at a power plant or at driving a garbage truck, they don't have a choice. They have bills to pay, they got mouths to feed, and they don't have a choice to say, I'm taking my talents to South Beach.
Yeah.
And when we look at that, we resent it. We say, you're making X amount of dollars, you have this many options, all these good things in life. Why aren't you just happy? Why aren't you satisfied? Why don't you just let your boss tell you what to do? Because we don't know what that's like. And I think that's really where the hate, that's where the frustration stems from.
It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me.
What makes sense to you?
No, everything you're saying that people, don't want people to be able to make that kind of decision. I mean, it makes sense. I guess my mind is just in a different spot. So I'm gonna let you finish out this argument and this thought process.
Well, no, I don't care. My biggest thing is these guys have a very short time to make money.
It's true.
They're making a ton of money, but there is no business that we ever look at and say, don't maximize your profits. So why do we look at these young men and say, hey, you shouldn't maximize your profits? If Kyrie Irving thinks he's more valuable as a commodity in some other place away from LeBron James building his own identity, why would we hate on that? You wouldn't hate on Amazon. You wouldn't hate on Apple. You wouldn't hate on any other company that did the same thing for their shareholders. And essentially, that is what Kyrie Irving is doing. That's what LeBron has done. That's what Kevin Durant is doing. There's only one reason we do. I shouldn't say that. That's not true. There's more than one reason, but one of the biggest reasons is there's a face to it. When Amazon does it, it's faceless, it's a company, and we understand the economics, the idea of stockholders. When Kyrie does it, we look at a person as selfish. And I always say, how can you be mad at the millionaire athlete for being selfish, but you're not upset at the billionaire owner for being selfish? The billionaire owner who doesn't even pay for most of the stuff. Who pays for it? The communities pay for it. The states pay for it. So I never understand the concept. I don't get mad at these young men. You make as much money as you can while you can, and you enjoy whatever it is you're doing to the best of your ability, because you only have so long before you can't do it ever again. A doctor can do it forever.
Yeah.
An engineer can do it forever. A lawyer can do it forever. Your knees are going away.
My argument in this whole argument, I mean, in this thing is, it has nothing to do with what you just said.
Okay.
What you said is a different level. What I love about this is there's so many flavors and levels that you can attack this at. For me, when I think about it is, when people say you had a great thing going on, why would you break up this dynasty? They talk about Kobe and Shaq. They could have won so many championships. Why would you be so selfish to go out by yourself?
Or to force him out.
Yeah. Anyways, go out by yourself. And my thought process has always been, if you're an athlete who loves to compete, at some point you want to see where your max is, to see where your potential is,
what the ceiling is.
Yeah, exactly right. Where the ceiling is. It does, and whatever you want, whether you're playing guitar or you're singing or you're doing battle, you want to max out the best you can be, and that's okay. Kyrie Irving feels like he can't see where his ceiling is with LeBron on the team. He wants to see how great he can actually be by himself. And my argument is the same thing with Kobe Bryant. People are like, Kobe, so selfish. He could have had 12 rings. Here's my point. Kobe had won 3 with Shaq. Kobe wanted to see how great he could be by himself. And don't say this is ridiculous, because every competitor does this. You know what? Michael Jordan even did this. You know how he did it?
How did he do it?
He maxed out basketball. So you know what he did?
What?
He went and played baseball to challenge himself. When you're a competitor, you want to push yourself to the brink. Now I know they're gonna say, gambling, like there's things about he's gambling.
Nonsense. It's just like saying Rich Rod threw that game against. We won't say.
But the point is,
Rich Rod didn't throw the game. Jordan did not get suspended.
When you're
for
a
gambling.
competitor, and once you've maxed out a certain level, and you're still in your prime, you want to see how far you can push it. Jordan, after 6 championships, said, I want to push myself. So he tried baseball. Kobe had won 3 championships. He said, I want to push myself. And so he wanted to do it without Shaq. Kyrie's the same way. Everybody wants to see where the ceiling's at. That's the reason why I don't hate, and nor do I knock them for the decision I made. And that's a different angle on this entire perspective. Well, I have another one too, but go ahead.
No, the idea is still the same. Like, you're saying that he wants to see what his max is, and that's true. But he has the option and the ability to do that.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what it is. Like, so doesn't matter why he wants to do it. He has the option and the ability to do it.
Now we'll mix this.
And he only has that option and ability while he's still healthy. Because after he's not healthy or after he's not young, people will be like, we don't care what you do.
So now we'll mix this into it. What would you rather? And hopefully I phrase this right. Would you rather to be the man on a team that goes far but doesn't win a championship?
Like how far?
Like Russell Westbrook.
So like not to the
Western Conference Finals.
Western Conference Finals, okay. So like AFC Championship, NFC Championship.
You're the man, though. You're the man. You get all the love. You're on SportsCenter every night. You're triple-double. You're MVP. Everybody's looking at you. Would you rather that? Or would you rather be a role player on a championship team?
Like Robert Horry.
Robert Horry.
Robert Horry or Lamar Odom.
Yeah. Somebody who may be in,
Or like we can add maybe
I'm trying to think too.
Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, somebody like that.
They gave him the MVP, but we all know good and well that was nonsense.
So what would you rather? Would you rather be a man on a team who doesn't win the championship or a role player who doesn't get the spotlight but you win a championship?
I'd rather be the man.
That's my question.
I'd rather be the man.
You know who else rather be the man?
Kyrie
Irving. That's who would rather be the man.
It's easy to say that though.
And you know who would rather? And you know who would? Yeah, that's true. You know who would rather be
or a title?
And you know who would also rather be a part of this squad?
Carmelo,
Kevin Durant, because that's what he chose.
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't know how you feel, and that's what we want to know. How do you feel? For me personally,
hit us in the comments. Hit us on Twitter. You can even get at us on Instagram. We check our DMs. You can ask anybody who follows us, fans of ours. You DM us, we respond. Facebook, same thing. Get at us. We like it. We love it, actually. All we do is talk sports. We always have talked sports. Now we're just recording it. So this is our chance to talk to you about these kinds of things.
I guess for me, I've always been the person, and I've said this a million times, I hate losing.
I hate it.
More than I love winning.
Way more.
When you win,
you're supposed to win.
You're supposed to win.
I expect to win.
Oh, okay, and you may be happy, but when you so for me, I think I would have to go with winning it all as part of a team, because as long as we're celebrating.
Do you know why I'd rather be the man? This is just a practical, no emotion, no heart. This is just my brain taking over. You can live off being the man forever. Charles Barkley never won a title, but guess what Charles
But in
Barkley
my mind, I'm always going to be the man. But I'm also going to have a ring to show for it.
Yeah, so now he's cheating in the.
No, I'm serious though. Look, I'm not gonna gas him up too much. But you know how many times I played on his team and we're at the park and people will say, "You only win because you're the brother." These kids are 3 years older than me, and I look at the dude who plays on the basketball team. I'm gonna tell him, Fred Lamp, CP. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm like in ninth grade.
Get him in a shout-out.
He's a freaking senior. Gonna be like, "Oh, you only win because your brother." And I look at him, I'm like, "You didn't score no points. I locked you down the entire game."
Yeah, but then they played one-on-one. That was the best part. Then they played one-on-one.
And I won. But anyway, 3 years younger than them. Anyways, but the point is, you don't have to tell me I'm the man because I already know it. That's the truth. That's a straight up truth. Give me the ring. Give me the ring, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody that the segment is over. All right. Talk to y'all later.
Deuces.
Thanks for listening and watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Check the links in the description for all our other media outlets.
And no matter what you do, no matter what you heard, no matter what we said, don't forget, we also hate Pitt.